to see fans really force all of the ghosts to be on the show, right? We're all series regulars now. We're all in every episode. That is 100% a product of the fans demanding it.
We had just done our table read on March 13th, so 2020. So we obviously had a bit of a hiatus before we shot, but that hiatus ended up working out very well in our favor because we were able to get Utkarsh on board December that year. And there were a few key cast members that had not been cast at that moment. So that's the one little silver lining that we definitely appreciate from the pandemic.
My journey begins and starts with Rose McIver. She sold me on it. She was like, we need you. You got to come do it. And that combined with the pandemic and being desperate to want to work and being really tickled by the BBC version of Ghosts brought me on board. And luckily, by the time I sort of figured it out that I wanted to be a part of the production, there was still an opening, and Rose and I read. We had a chemistry read on Zoom in front of blank faces who were all making decisions, and they're all gone, and we're still here, Rose.
No. It can't be happening. No!
Jay, are you in there? Jay!
Oh, this is so weird.
Oh my gosh, it's you?
Yeah, it's me, babe.
He's back.
Oh, that's good.
I'd seen him rap and I'd seen him in a couple of things, and I was like, this guy just has an energy and a quality that jumps out off the screen at you. And I was like, Sam's husband is a dangerous role. Like, it could easily be somebody who was either really skeptical or hesitant or sort of like a naysayer, or somebody who was too accommodating and too in need of a backbone. So I just thought Utkarsh had like this magic sauce that would be like really visceral on screen, and he does. He's the person who kind of keeps Sam in line as much as he sends her forth on this journey, and he's so excited. He's also kind of the voice of reason and the person who's like leveling her, and she needs both those things. And the ghosts definitely need those qualities in their now kind of, they're sort of parents. It seems patronizing to say, like, there's a lot of them that would be probably much more informed than us, but yeah, we're sort of like the parents of the house, and I think we have a nice mother and father quality there that balances together well.
When we are in unison, when we're sort of teamed up, either against a neighbor like the Farnsbys or in pursuit of a feather duster on Halloween, when Sam and Jay are working together, our relationship gets to sing a lot more, as opposed to like some of the old tropes of sitcoms like this, where the couple is always in contention with one another. I think the first couple episodes we had a few spats, and we were like, it's just way more fun when we're on the same page and trying to either go against someone or go for something together. So I think Sam and Jay found their way in that regard.
Our characters are built by the relationships that we have around us in so many ways, and having this ensemble where each time you get paired with a different person, it brings out another facet to a character that I agree was already very strongly written, but there's just so much to explore the more we kind of go on. And, I think that goes in every direction, the listening, like us listening to the writing, us listening to what they're trying to achieve, us listening to our co-stars, the writers listening to us and seeing what works and what bumps. Like Utkarsh said, there's moments where you just like, you don't want to see these two at each other's throat constantly. That doesn't work. But instead kind of bottling those moments of when they're going to have a genuine conflict for it to have high stakes again. Those things are all sort of discoveries we're making along the way, and I think it's getting stronger and stronger because of that.
Also, Roman Zaragoza with Sasapis, he has a lot of input into the mythology of that character and sort of how culturally the footprint that we want to leave with that character in the show. And Alberta as well, Danielle, she's done wonders for Alberta's backstory musically, sort of where she's coming from creatively, the stuff about the murder, and the writers in the writers' room, the two Joes in our huge room of amazing writers have been really great at compromising and communicating. They do listen. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool that we've been able to build these things together. You'll see a lot more of Jay being a part of the Ghosts adventures because of those chats.
There have been such cool moments where you're able to communicate with them in creative ways now. It's like all of those parameters, when we look at them as like guidelines to like push us into something else and something more creative. And they've really found some new ways to open up both of our roles in in
Right.
how they kind of function in this house, besides just, Sam's not just a conduit.
She's got a book deal.
She's got a book deal, whether she should have or not. It's all built on hype.
But that's what I love about the way that Sam is going, is like she can bend the rules morally.
Someone asked me what they think has changed, that I didn't expect about Sam. And I was like, I hadn't expected her to be such a liar. She's such a liar. And it's out of necessity a lot of the time. She has to lie to the people around and pretend she can't see ghosts. But it's kind of woken up quite a deviant side to Sam that I don't think she really would have had.
It's really cool to see how Rose has been able to take that on. It's really fun. Comedically, it's like a great space to be able to play in.
I see all of you. I admit your existence. Happy?
Well, I mean, what is happening?
Great. But this is our house now. We inherited it, so it is time for you all to leave. It has been nice to meet you, thank you. But you can go haunt someone else now.
She's funny too.
Girl,
we can't leave.
Yeah, you just sort of stay where you die.
And how you die.
it's your classic haunted house.
It is a very technical show, and there are so many logistic elements, whether it's matching eye lines or energy levels when people are and aren't on set is very different, whether it's remembering the sort of placement as somebody barrels past you, whatever those things are. You just don't want that to get in the way of all of the fun. It should be invisible and it should be innocuous, all of that technicality. So hopefully just not taking up so much time that people don't get a chance to play or give alt reads, just making sure that everybody feels like respected to get their chance to do like their fun bit, basically.
There is space to pitch, well, maybe he'd say this, or can I try that? Or to do a little like, inside joke on our coverage. They're always open to it, but we have 22 minutes to fill. And it is a tight 22.
Yeah, it makes you really selective about what you're going to pitch. You know that like it's either for the value of the people around you and it's because you can afford the time, or it's really brilliant and it's going to really elevate things because, with the shooting with and without ghosts and all of the technical elements, it's not a workshop,
Preparation is key for a show like this. And we have benefited greatly from our directors being extremely prepared. Our DP, our crew, our camera department, everybody kind of knows how to shoot the show. It's really a testament to the preparation of our directors that we get as much done in the short amount of time that we have.
When something's technically challenging, actors can be the people who are like least impacted by that. And, there are so many people who are waiting to hear if a line is improvised and do they need to move their boom over and get it in time. And it's like, it's hard. It's a challenging job, but everybody seems to have a good time at work. I really think we pride ourselves on that, is that we want it to be an environment where all their good, hard work goes appreciated, not just kind of, oh, that's just another job. We're always very aware that it's hard to do what they do.
There's a lot of donuts.
A lot of donuts.
We have a lot of donut days and coffee days, coffee truck days. To see fans really force all of the ghosts to be on the show, right? We're all series regulars now. We're all in every episode. That is 100% a product of the fans demanding it. Now we've become like a true ensemble. We're there every day together. It was deeply satisfying and 100% a product of fan involvement.
The fans on this show have been so vocal and supportive, and it's scary when you start a show that is an adaptation from a UK property and, such a beloved one that we're all genuinely huge fans of. But we've been really, really lucky that people have been willing to kind of explore us as our own thing. And I think, I'm proud of what we've created. I don't think it is an imitation of a show. I think it took a very similar premise and it's built its own sort of life around that. We were fortunate enough to have Matt Bainton, who was one of the creators and stars of the original Ghosts, come and do an episode this season. And Ashley comes to mind, who just played Alberta's descendant. Her and Danielle went the extra mile to make the music sing the way that it did and have the impact that it had. Everybody has just come in and treated our little show with so much love. And I hope that we continue to foster that by giving it back.
Ooh, did you ever hear the story about her performing and there was a fight that broke out on the front row? Alberta straight up knocked out one of the guys with her mic stand and just keeps on singing. Hit him right on the downbeat. No one even noticed.
There's a big cliffhanger. People are in for a hell of a wait. All you true crime podcast listeners out there will love our second to last episode.
I'm a detective, baby.
Yeah, we have some very good detective moments. We do get a little bit of Sam's family. We get to think about some of Sam's family a little.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty exciting for me. Oh, it's just twists and turns, adventure. It's actually harder for us who know how the season ends in January and have to wait all this time to know earth is going to happen? We don't know. So hopefully we'll get some answers soon.